I have returned once again to initiate another plushie organizing video. Yes, it's true. I have done quite a few of these before. They're, you know, pretty chaotic, pretty stressful to film, usually take me all day. It's a process. But enough time has passed. It is time. I need to do another one. We are in serious stages of disarray on these shelves. There are squishmallows missing, plushies gone from existence. Anyways, just in general, I'm trying to get my life a little more organized, and as you know, that includes this office, which I have historically had an issue with getting organized, but we're getting there, okay? We're getting there. So the name of the game today is to do a reorganization of my main shelves back here. The other name of the game today is going to be more organization, okay? I have bought a new organizer from Amazon, and we're going to be installing it today as well. And you're probably thinking, Raven, where on earth could another organizer possibly go? Every single square inch is filled. There is no more wall space. Where the heck are you putting that thing? And you're right. All the wall space is gone. So we're not going to be using the wall today. Oh, no. There's no more wall space. There's none. That's why my beautiful, lovely office door is turning into a wall temporarily, and she is allowing us to use her for storage purposes. Yeah, I got an over-the-door organizer, so I thought it would be good. Trust me, I have a vision for this. I have a vision. I think it's gonna be good. So that's the vague game plan for today. We're just gonna do some organization. We're gonna do some cleaning up. We're gonna do some decluttering. Usually when I do these videos and when I do projects like this, I do start off feeling very overwhelmed. It's a whole room that I'm looking at, and I'm like, where do I even start? Because literally every single corner needs something done. I don't know where to even start. So I'm gonna try to do this little by little here. I think first things first, there is a giant box on my floor right now, which is the over-the-door organizer that we're gonna be using. So I think first let's build that. And then once I see what size of plushies can fit in there, I'll have a better idea of how exactly some of this rearranging is gonna go. So anyway, without further ado, let's get started. Here's the organizer. So let's get this open and let's get this put together. Hopefully it should be pretty easy. Okay, it's just the box inside of another box situation. Awesome. What I hunted for specifically with this organizer were baskets slash shelves or whatever that were a little bit wider. I wanted the width of them to be enough to hold like a thicker plushie in it, at least an 8-inch squishmallow, because a lot of these types of over-the-door organizers are made for like spices or cleaning supplies, so they're not very wide. Like they could maybe fit 2 spice jars in it and that's it. So out of all the ones that I was looking at, this one I think was the widest that I could find. There was probably wider, but it was like ugly. So this was like the good balance between having wide enough little baskets and also being somewhat cute, I guess. This also comes in a couple different colors. There was a sage green that I was really tempted on getting, but I figured it was better for it to kind of blend into the door a little bit more. This also comes with 8 shelves, so I feel like there's a lot of good storage capabilities here. So I'm very excited to see how I'm going to utilize this. Well, okay, that took like 2 seconds. So this is just like the little metal frame ladder thing that we put on here, and then we put the baskets on it. It does have like an adhesive thing that you're supposed to put on, but I want to put it on the door actually first because my door isn't completely flat. It has these like ridges. So I'm going to put it on my door first. I'm glad I did that first because there's very specific areas where I'm going to have to put that adhesive. So let's do that. So this is what it looks like. It has this little like metal piece, and that's what we stick into a hole in the back. And then this has like a peely thing and it's sticky. And that's so that this isn't clanging against the wall every single time, or the door, every single time you open and close it, you know, so it's not moving around, so it stays in place. Okay, so here it is on with the adhesive. And it's pretty sturdy, like it doesn't move around. If I open my door and like swing it around everywhere, you don't hear it rattling around, you know? So now I'm gonna start putting on the baskets, and then I think I'm gonna be done with this. Let's get into the real meat and potatoes of this video. Okay, there's all the baskets put on for right now. Is knocking all of my squishmallows onto the floor practical? No. Does it help me organize them for a video? No, it actually makes it harder to organize them. But do you guys love to watch it? Yes, you do. So that is why we do it. There's a drill here. There's a drill here. Well, we're just gonna tell ourselves that this is what we have to do in order to get the best organization for this video. And the ones that pain me the most are right here. It's these My poor little Bigfoots. Oh, they don't deserve this. They don't deserve this. Also, Squishmallows are hitting me on the way down, so I'm sorry if they hit my microphone. That is not up to me. I am in the line of fire. What can I say? What can I even do? Okay. I guess since I'm here, well, somewhat. I mean, I'm kind of trapped here by Squishmallows. I'll do the frogs over here, what's left of them, at least. I did take some Squishmallows down for a super special secret project. So they're still here, they're just in the hallway, and I guess I'll go get those in a second to add to the pile. Hold on, I kind of have to sit down a little bit to reach these over here. Hope you don't mind. Okay, let's get these out from the corners. Okay, we're doing great, guys. We're doing great. I guess I'll do the purples next. Yeah, this actually makes it way harder to organize later because instead of just, removing all from one shelf, reorganize back on that shelf, I have to dig through piles, or one pile. I have to dig through my entire floor to try to find, all the purple ones or all of the frogs or whatever. It's actually way more annoying and difficult, but I do it for you, okay? I do it for you. Okay, I think that's the last of that. I use random objects to like prop up different Squishmallows, so gotta make sure we hang on to the random objects. Let's see if I can get through here. Okay, we're through. I think this shelf right here is next, so I'm gonna try my best to get it from this angle, though it's kind of difficult, but I already made it difficult for myself by making this giant pile over here, so whatever. Gotta do what you gotta do, Okay, yes, random object. Don't forget about that. I think I actually will be, this was a bad idea. I think I actually will be touching this middle yellow shelf. Now, historically, in the past, I have said that I didn't want to touch it because I truly thought that I had it perfectly arranged and I just did not want to mess with it. But I think this time, maybe we can rearrange it. I think it's time for a little bit of a refresh. It's okay if I want to maybe put some new ones in this middle shelf or something like that. I don't know. I mostly had all the bugs here, so that's kind of the theme I was going for. Oh no, now I have to get back up. Okay, we did it. We did it. Let's just finish getting the rest of these out. All of the green ones, and then all of the yellow ones, and then last but not least, orange. Awesome. Well, that's already one side fully done all the way. Well, not the very bottom one because that doesn't have Squishmallows, but I will be addressing that, I think. But anyways, it's time for this side. Starting with the tippy top. Are you ready for this? I've never done this. This is a bad idea. It's working though. It's working. Okay, I can't really grab anymore, so we gotta turn around, unfortunately. Oh, there's a lot of random objects here. Goodbye. Get down. And you too. I was really using that many boxes to prop everything up. That's kind of crazy, but not as crazy as doing this. Are you ready? One sweep. That wasn't really that satisfying. Or maybe it was, I don't know. You let me know. Yes, I do have some of these My Little Pony skull pandas dangling here. I'm gonna leave them for right this second, but I will be like probably moving those. Next, we have yellow and also gray shelf. Oh, and there was a really heavy object I was using to prop things up. That fell on my leg, just so you know. I'm going through physical and emotional pain for you for this video. So I really hope that you appreciate it. You should probably like subscribe or something. I use so many random Squishmallows to like prop other ones up that I'm going through these shelves and I'm like, wow, I kind of forgot that I had that one because it's all the way in the back. Oh my goodness. All right. Pink ones, pink time. This pink bowl has been great for this pink shelf just to prop everybody up. It's been awesome. So, okay. Anyways, all of you come down, please. All right, well, that's all of the Squishmallows. This last one is Build-Bears and other random plushies. Well, actually, here's a Squishmallow. I'm gonna call that done. I will be addressing those, but I don't wanna put those into the pile because what's the point? Here is the aftermath. Look at that. Here's the shelves. Yep, there's the shelves, the empty shelves. and the giant pile, yeah. And actually we have more to add to this pile, don't let me forget. Like I mentioned earlier, I had to take some Squishmallows out of here for a super secret special project, so they will be rejoining the ranks. All right, so here is bag number 1, bag number 2. Oh, that has other plushies in it. Oh well, they're added to the chaos. All right, bag number 3, and last but not least, bag number 4. So here's a better look at all of this chaos now that I dumped the rest of the plushies on it. Yeah, let's try to get over here so I can get you a better angle. I'm sorry, I'm gonna stand on the froggy chair. Behold my chaos. I really want to jump from the froggy chair into the pile. I feel like I'm gonna hurt myself doing this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ah! It didn't hurt. That's the good thing. That's the good thing. It didn't hurt. Bad thing is I can't really get up. It's like quicksand. It sucks you in. Also, I just realized I have like slippers and I'm stepping all over these. Whoops. Okay, we can get up. We can do this. We can do this. Ah, yeah, going all fours, going all fours. Okay, that works, that works. But anyways, let's get started. So I would ideally love to do the very top shelves first, but I need to be able to put a step stool here because I can't fully reach all the way up. So we need to clear the floor, which, as you know, is not clear right now. So I think I'm gonna work on the blue shelf over here first. And unfortunately, all of the Squishmallows that are on the floor right now, it's mostly the pink and yellows. The blues are at the bottom because I think that's the one I did first. So we have to dig. We have to dig. This is seriously the hardest part usually, is when I make them all into the pile and then I just like need to sort them by color again and by shelf again, but here we are, it's all disorganized and in disarray. I had them sorted by shade of blue, so we kind of did like the lighter tealy blue and then this kind of regular blue, then a little bit darker than that, and then this being like kind of the darkest blue we would have on the end over there. So I'm still down to do that vaguely, so I'm just gonna try to do that. Okay, I'm already feeling overwhelmed and I don't know if this method is gonna work for me this time. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna pivot. So we're gonna leave these here and I'm gonna start working on the yellow shelf, and I'm just gonna try to put the colors back on the shelves. They don't have to be perfectly organized, and then later I'll just go back through and reorganize. Is that okay? Can I do a different method this time? Is that acceptable? I hope so. This is as far as I've gotten with the yellows. Let's do the same thing for pink. Imagine you're looking for a yellow Squishmallow right now. Like, I can't even, oh, there's one right here. Dang it, no! Where is he supposed to go? Where is he supposed to go? I'm just gonna stick him all the way back here. Anyways, moving on, we're doing pink now. Okay, that's the progress. That's the progress. And I also had an idea for the yellow middle shelf right here. I was thinking, what if I did a rainbow of frogs? Would that be cool? The only thing is I don't have any orange frogs, so we would have to skip orange. In theory, we have one red frog. I'm gonna have to take my poor, precious yellow Squishmallows out of here. But then I don't have an orange frog, but I do have a yellow one. And then I have plenty of green ones that I can fit and plenty of blue ones. But unfortunately, it ends there kind of because I think this is my only purple frog. Well, I guess I'm on a mission now. Maybe I should buy an 8-inch purple frog to fit here. But okay, let's just say purple, and then, oh, I'm destroying my whole pink shelf, taking Annabelle off, awesome. Then we would do pink last but not least, unless because of the purple frog situation, instead of doing the purple one next, I could do the pink one next, and that way the purple one at the bottom is like not as visible. I like this. This is really like aesthetically pleasing to me. So we're gonna stick with that for now. So let's keep going. I'm just gonna randomly try to fix up these 3 shelves just as I go here. So let me fix the pink one that I just ruined because I had to take off my purple frog. I mean, pink. I'm losing my mind. It's fine. Okay, I have this little pink frog. Let's stick that one back here. Oh, I also love the sloth. I love this one so much. Stick this little Archie back here. Okay, then I've got a little bug all the way on the end. Also, I'm gonna take off my skull pandas just for now because they are kind of throwing me off. Back to the blue shelf, because now that I have gotten some of the yellows and the pinks out of the way, there's more blue ones that are popping up, which is great. My blue shelf has always been one of the like most overfilled ones. I always feel so bad, but okay, making progress, making progress. We just gotta make like layers, you know, we gotta make layers. Okay, the layers are working. I repeat, the layers are working. Somewhat. But sometimes I do use like a little riser or two just to help with the staggering of them, you know? Okay, maybe we'll do this little dragon here instead. Start with some of the sea life together. I don't even know what color shelf I would put these on, to be honest. Blue? I have a lot of really small blue ones. I have a lot of these, what size are these? Like 5-inch? I'm also trying to be a little pickier, like I mentioned, and I have already tossed quite a few on the opposite side of the room. Those are the ones that I'm going to get rid of. I think including this one. I'm so sorry. Who are you? Maggie. I'm so sorry, Maggie. You're getting tossed. I love the octopi with the like little colorful tentacles. Those are the best. Got this little toucan. We'll put that there. In front of that, we'll do a little buggy. We'll do this little jawsome shark. Another Maggie. I am going to keep this one, though. Okay, I feel like we're looking good, honestly. We just need to fix up this section a little bit, but that's going to be easier once I get, hopefully, more 8-inch squishmallows to go in the back, because that's a pretty big space right there, empty space. I think I'm also going to rearrange some of the yellow ones really quick. Okay, what do we think? What do we think? I think that's a little bit better. Now my yellow squishmallows share a shelf with gray squishmallows, just because I have like so few of them. So those are going to be up next. I just want to finish off this shelf here. Like normally I would get rid of this donkey. I think I would get rid of this one, but I think I'm going to use it all the way in the back just to prop up other squishmallows. I'm going to stick this shark in the back as well. Another shark right next to this one. Then we've got my Misties, my little mice, love them. Got this Nikita Hug Me, I'll stick right here. And then the mini version of the shark, I will put all the way in the back with its mom. Oh my gosh, see, this is the worst. When I think I've already finished an area, and look, I just found 2 more yellow ones. Thankfully, like we're still working on this area, but still, it's infuriating. All right, that's the progress so far. I feel like I'm missing gray ones. I don't know. It seems too empty. It seems too good to be true. I have a little bit more room down here now, if you can see. Like, whoa, we can see spots of the floor. That's kind of crazy. Okay, checking in. Here's how we're looking. So we've got a little bit of space on the floor, which is great. I can step right in here. And yeah. We've still got all of this, but it's okay. I did go ahead and put up all of the little like extra random blues and yellows and pinks that I found floating around. So this is gonna pretty much be the final configuration for these shelves. Of course, unless I find other ones, which I'm probably gonna end up finding like a stray random yellow one somewhere, and I'm gonna have to like rearrange a little bit, but here's how it's looking so far. I really like it. I think it's looking good. I think the pink shelf looks way less chaotic, so I'm very glad about that. Not only are we doing the Squishmallow shelf reorganizing, but we also still have to do something with the over-the-door organizer. I was just testing out a couple things while I was waiting for my camera to charge a little bit. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing yet. I have a couple ideas bouncing around, but we shall see. Anyways, we're back to this super intimidating pile. What I'm thinking is let me try to get some of these big frogs out of the way because these are just ginormous. Those all go on the yellow shelf, obviously, so I'm gonna try to put some of those back. Okay, so problem is I don't exactly remember how these go on here, so I'm gonna look at my own video as a reference. We gotta dig out this section directly behind me also because Miss Tie-Dye goes back here. Just shove her in there. Then we have this one, which I think goes right up here somehow. And then honestly, I think I'm just gonna wing it from here. This can't be all my frogs, right? There was more frogs here. Where are they? Where are they? All I found was small ones. This doesn't seem right, you guys. I don't know. I'm just gonna put them here and future Raven can figure the rest out. There, done. Okay, I think next, let's do the blues right here. It's mostly the frogs, and then in this corner I have like other blue ones. So starting with you, sir. You, more big juicy frogs. And then we've got this one and this one. Then I've got Fenra, love Fenra. The ones that I like more, I put them closer to the front and to like the middle by this yellow shelf, because those are what's usually most visible in my videos, so that's how I like to keep them. Okay, and I think I said blue ones in this corner earlier. That was incorrect. It's actually green ones in this corner. So I'm just gonna put them here as best as I can. I mostly have a lot of bugs that go back here. They're some of my favorites. I love the little buggies. They're so cute. Like this one is just so cute. And I need to just like fix the frogs up a little bit. They're just not sitting nicely. I don't know why. Anyways, I have bigger problems right now. I have so many green squishmallows to fit here. I don't know how this is gonna work. Utilize every inch of space. No space can be wasted. I want to say I have more frogs, so that's not even it for this shelf. But for now, that is it for this shelf. Next is gonna be purples. Also, look at this little man I found. He's so cute. I need to put him a little bit deeper in, otherwise my cat will steal him.
So while I'm doing this, I just wanted to quickly tell you about the idea that I had for the middle yellow shelf. Next to all my frogs, I want to put the same corresponding color, but in a fruit squishmallow. I think I was talking about that while I was putting these up, but I decided to speed it up anyway. So yeah, just letting you know.
I may actually make an executive decision. I do love my Bigfoots, and I think these are really cool. But you know that the Bigfoots I collect are primarily, you know, like pink and this lighter blue and stuff. These have always stood out a little bit. I think I'm actually gonna shove these in this back corner back here. I think it's better this way. I'm sorry, guys. And then last but not least are these two, but I actually think I'm gonna get rid of these. Yep, they're gonna go across the room. So let's check in with this middle shelf right here. So I think we can do the fruit idea. I think we can really make it work. So we'll put Leland over here. And then I put Glenna down there. We don't really have the purple frog to match it up, but it's okay. And then for pink, I am grabbing Wanda. And I am gonna keep the little baby Adabelle. I'm gonna keep it together. Blue's the only one I don't have a straight up fruit for. I have this one. It's gonna have to do. And then hear me out. What if we put the orange here instead of the banana? Because I could put the banana, but that way we have a touch of orange and I feel like it'll look so good. And then we do our strawberry at the top. I think this looks so cute. All right, next we're gonna work on the farm animal section, which is right here. Also, look at this tragedy that happened. I stepped somewhere and snapped something and I didn't know what it was until now. Anyways, I'm refueled, refreshed. I've got a Taco Bell Pepsi, so shout out to my boyfriend for bringing me one. Anyways, farm animals. This section is usually very overflowing and full, so I'm gonna try to be a little bit picky with this one too. So we'll see how far we can get. Okay, I think that's gonna be good enough for now. Great. We are at the finish line, you guys. Okay, so this pile, obviously, that's all what goes on this very top shelf. So that will be gone. I have other random plushies. You can see some of my crochet plushies mixed in here. Also the drill and like other ones that I found that go on different shelves, you know, while I was organizing. I love this middle section so, I want to eat it. I want to eat it. It's so good. Okay, so next are the Bigfoots. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna put all the giant ones up here first because they kind of are like the base, and then I do all the little ones around them. Second round. Oh, okay, I'm gonna work on this. I'll see you in just a second. Okay, I think that's it. Yep, I think we are all good with the Bigfoots unless I find more stray ones. Stragglers, which I probably will. Now I'm gonna do the same thing for this shelf right here. This one has my reds and my oranges, and they're mainly just octopi and strawberries and like the orange squishmallows, like the fruit. Okay, I felt like that was a lot easier than usual. I usually struggle a lot with the shelf for some reason. That's all the shelves put back together, so that's great. Next, I do think I want to try relocating my Pom Pals. I really do like them here. I've been enjoying them here. However, I think I would like this top shelf to be a little more focused on like the play buttons. I feel like they kind of get lost behind the Pom Pals and my merch plushies. By the way, if you haven't checked out my merch, I have merch, link down below. And if we need like more stuff to fill up space, I think I would rather put like my own crocheted plushies on here. I just think it would be, I don't know, fun to have this be more of a Raven, Froggy Crossing kind of area, especially since this is in the background of a lot of my videos. And I think our over-the-door organizer is going to be perfect for our Pom Pals. So I'm going to take all of these off. I do think if I'm going to put Pom Pals here, they don't need to be so spaced out. You see how there's so much space? I feel like I can get away with having them be a little bit close together. So I do have a few bum bums. I actually think, should that go at the top? Maybe, that looks kind of cute. Are these really the only other two I have left? Maybe. Okay, well, those are there for now. And then let's see, if I'm moving these up here, yeah, we could get away with moving that closer, even closer like that if I really wanted to. Oh, let's put them in rainbow order. Yes! Sometimes I'm literally such a genius. Like, nobody else on earth would have been able to come up with that. I love this. I love this so much. Okay, then we've got our little snail. And then we've got our yellows. I'm gonna put the star in front of the crayon box. And then let's go ahead and move this up. Okay, more green. And then we will continue the greens on this shelf as well. They're a little squished in here, but it's okay. Now I only have two that are blue. Okay, that's it for the little shelves. I'm thinking, you know what, we need to use this for Pom Pals. So I'm gonna rearrange. We will find a different spot for the Bum Bums, or I might just mix in the two small Bum Bums with the Pom Pals. Okay, rearranging. I don't think the rest of my Pom Pals will be fitting here. I do not. Ugh. I could fit all but two of them. Dang it. But this is so cute. I love this. I really love this. But since we did make that space, let's move these up. Now, what are we gonna put on these? I don't know. These next ones. We've got two like medium-sized ones. It's this one and this one right here. I was thinking I could do my Webkins because I don't really have a spot for them. Let's just see. Okay, this isn't too bad. Yeah, not too bad. And then maybe we can just do random plushies for the rest. I mean, I have so many that just, you know, I haven't had a proper room for or something. But we'll just stick these guys in their little baby jail down here. There was another Pom Pal that I forgot to put over here. Whoops, and I found another Bum Bum. So I actually think it makes more sense to switch these shelves because I have more Pom Pals down here, so all right, hold on. Yeah, that looks a lot better, honestly. I love it. Oh my gosh. This is so fun. I love plushie organization. I found 2 more Webkins, so we're gonna need to rearrange once again. Oh no. I think we're just gonna use the dolphin for everybody else to step on. I'm so sorry, buddy. I really am. There we go. I think this looks better. Yeah, this looks better. I'm gonna take a quick break there. I'm gonna go make dinner really quick because it's time for me to maybe eat food. We've been making really good progress. I'll show you a quick pan around the room. It's looking really, really great. So we're gonna do some final finishing touches after I finish dinner. All right, it's after dinner and now it's time for me to assess the bottom shelves. These are tricky. When you're standing, you can't see what's all the way in the back. You can kind of see it if you're like sitting down like I am, or if you know, bend over and peek in there, but anything that I put all the way back and down here, no one sees it. No one sees it. You can kind of see it on my videos, but not really. So I'm just gonna do the same method and I'm gonna take everything off just so we can assess. Mainly what's back here are my poor Build-A-Bears. I love them so much, especially because I've crocheted some outfits for some of them. Like, I want these to be more on display, but I just don't know where to put them. They're really big. They're really big, so they don't fit that many places. That's been my struggle because not only do I have the frogs, I also have a couple of Sanrio ones. I've got Miss Kitty, I've got Cinnamoroll, I've also got Pachaco, and then I actually have another frog that's on the floor over there and another one in my closet just because I just straight up don't have room for any of these anywhere. So I've just been putting them in random spots. But anyway, I'm thinking I can make this shelf at least look better for now because I just don't have anywhere to put these. So my idea, it's genius, really, because as we established earlier in the video, I am full of genius ideas, okay? Like nobody else can come up with these ideas like I can. I have a bunch of stuff underneath of here. As you can see, it's visible in my videos, whatever. This is where I keep like extra random stuff. Oh, I see another Webkins in here too. My strawberry cow, yay, we can finally have her on display. My idea for now is to just simply move this stuff off the floor and we're gonna put it back here. And then we're gonna put my Build-A-Bears in front. That way they like are closer to the front and they're more visible at least. And they have some like support in the back. I do have other plushies that were on this shelf, but I think we're gonna move those because I haven't been liking how this shelf has been looking. It just needs to be more focused, more rearranged, whatever. There we go. There's 2 baskets back here now to prop up my Build-A-Bears. This other one is like my Magic the Gathering stuff, and that was under my mini pink shelf, like the mini version of these. I guess let's start with this guy. Let's put this guy back here. And then we'll do my pink one. And then we'll do green. And then we'll do blue. This one I thrifted and he's been sitting on the sidelines for so long, he hasn't had a spot to go. So he'll go right here. And then we'll put our purple one at the end. We do have my mini frogs, so we will put these in here as well. I love having the mini versions of some of these. It's just so cute. It really is. Okay. I think I like this a little bit better for right now. You know what? Maybe I could put these 3 on the other side, the other shelf. I'm gonna throw them over there and maybe I can figure something out. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking for this shelf. I have all of these Shinada Global plushies and I love them. I really do. But I think we can afford to downsize a little bit and to also put these somewhere else. And instead, we could have a Sanrio dedicated shelf right here. And these are also kind of chaotic right now anyways, so I think that's the plan. I think that's the plan. I'm gonna go through them later. Right now, I just want them out of the way. Okay, I went ahead and moved all of the Sanrio plushies over here to the floor. And now I'm gonna go ahead and try to arrange them. I feel like I will need a lot of help like stacking them on boxes and stuff, just because a lot of them are pretty small. But this is my biggest one. She is beautiful. I thrifted her, love her. I do get a lot of questions of like, how do you keep cat hair and dust off of your plushies? Trick question. I don't. I've just accepted that they're all gonna have a certain level of cat hair at the very least on them. And you know what? It's just easier if I live life that way. There we go, we fit everybody. I can't believe it. And this was the mini pink shelf I was talking about. So now it's like almost completely empty because I had all of those Sanrio plushies on here. So now I gotta figure out what else to do. All right, I am almost done. Yeah, everything's looking good. Everything is feeling refreshed, which is great. That is the feeling that I love after making these videos and doing the organizing. It's like the feeling of everything being like reorganized and less chaotic and clean. It is perfect. I did clean up this area a little bit more. So I just put like all of these little lamp things that I have here, and the Shinada Global plush are here as you saw, and then I just put these two random plushies back here. I don't know what to put on the bottom of this, I really don't. But anyways, I'll see you tomorrow to finish off the organizing and to finish off this video. Are you ready to see the final product? Because I'm very excited about how clean and fresh it feels in here, even though it kind of looks mostly the same. So when you walk in, here's what you walk into if you were, you know, coming over and visiting and whatever. Here's the door, obviously, and this little corner, I absolutely love it. I ended up putting up that Care Bear clock and that weird Hello Kitty clock thing that I thrifted one time. And I cleared out this corner. There was a bunch of stuff on the floor that I never showed, but there was so much. Wait a second, this should not be on the floor. He's supposed to be on there. Anyways, we got some My Little Pony art up here, and then we have this art which has been here, and my froggies. And I did clean up this shelf quite a bit. So now we have a lot of extra space up on the top here, which I just love. You know, I like that I can actually, you know, maybe like set something down there. What a concept. And then we have my Shinada Global plushies, and this is just kind of like a miscellaneous shelf. There's a bunch of random things down here. So yeah, this is just miscellaneous. And then a cat bed right there. And then we have the shelves looking quite fabulous. So I'll give you a quick overview of each. Here is the red shelf. And then we can go down and we've got the blue shelf looking pretty good, And then even further down, we have yellow, very cramped still, but it's okay. We're making it work, but not like this pink shelf. This pink shelf is really making it work, you know? Look at those. We have my Build-A-Bears at the bottom, finally somewhat more on display. And I like that the bottom down here is mostly clear. I just have that little box with extra Build-A-Bear clothes, and I also have some of my Squishmallow creations down there. Then we have Old Faithfuls right here on the floor. And guys, when I went to Goodwill the other day, I found a purple frog Squishmallow. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It was so perfect. I was so excited when I saw it. So then we have the middle yellow shelf, which is looking so good. And all of this up here. I did add this new neon light. It's actually a mirror. And then we've got the other side, which is also looking very, very good. I decided to put my froggy chair in the corner there because I want him to be more visible in videos. And we've also got the yellow shelf. Actually, let me not get ahead of myself. Let me give you a cute little overview of all of these. So we've got Bigfoot's looking great as usual, one of my favorite shelves. And then we've got the little green ones back here, but also all of my blue teal frogs. And then right below them, we've got all of the purple ones. Purple time, purple time. These are pretty cramped in here. And then we also have the Farm Life shelf, which have all of my chickens and piggies and cows, but mainly pink cows. And then we have the Sanrio shelf down here, which is now going to be slightly covered by the froggy chair, but that's okay. But okay, now we have this side, which is my beautiful wall with the Squishmallow shelf here that has all the froggies. And I love this wall so much because I love my Froggy Crossing sign and my little custom peach and pepper paintings. And we've got all my same artwork and everything here, but I did change the top shelf. As you know, we moved our pom pals, so now instead we have some merch plushies and plushies that I've crocheted myself. But yeah, then we've got all my green frogs here on the yellow shelf, and also some miscellaneous plushies on the bottom. Then this shelf I did change a little bit. I did rearrange some of the crochet plushies that were there. I think that part is the same though, the bottom's the same, but yeah. And then we've got my desk area, which is pretty much the same. Like I didn't really mess with this because this wasn't the point of my video, it was the plushies. I did manage to clear off this area though. This had like a little basket full of stuff and I kind of rearranged, but yeah, not really relevant to the plushies. But yeah, here's a view that you don't really get to see that much, which is of my desk from far away. Just ignore my cables, okay? I'm not good at cable management. Oh, this is also a view you don't really see that much. Like this angle, whoa. So anyway, I'm really happy with how everything turned out. I think this was a very productive plushie organizing session. So I'm really happy with it. I don't know about you. I'm very excited to just live and breathe in here again. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video at all, please do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. We do fun stuff like this here. But anyway, thank you so much again for watching and I will see you in the next one.